Hey guys, it's Snipesy and welcome back to some more Sonic Forces, and we are going to be making some more custom characters in this video. So I'm going to be attempting to recreate Fang the Sniper, Beam the Dynamite, and Bark the Polar Bear. These guys are also known as Team Hooligan in the Archie comics, and as well they made their first gaming debut in the Sonic series thanks to Sonic the Fighters, which was over 10 years ago, and ever since they have not officially made a comeback as playable characters in the series. However, they have popped up in various Sonic games such as Sonic Mania, where they pop up as one of the enemies that you fight against in the game. If you found this video helpful and you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave it a like and share it with your friends. Now, let's go ahead and make our first custom character. So we are going to be starting with our first character, who is going to be Fang the Sniper. He is also known as Nick the Weasel in the Archie comics as well. And I believe this guy is based off an animal called the Jabeo wolf or something like that. It has a very sort of unique appearance. So to start off, I'm going to be using type 1 for the head shape, and for the skin colour, it shows that he has a lot of white fur. So I think I'm going to go for this one, which most looks like the actual design of the character that I'm looking at. And for the eye shape, I believe it's going to be the one that splits in the middle like this, because it does look the most like him, to be fair. However, it does have a little bit of a rise, even though they're like separated. But I feel like that's probably the best one that we're going to get right there. And now for the eye colour, I believe he has black eyes, or are they like a dark purple? Ah, okay, so it says on his wiki that he has black eyes. So we're going to be sticking with that. And with the body colour, he has purple fur. Okay, so I think I'm going to go for the darkest shade of purple, because I feel like these colours aren't really working, but go for whatever colour you prefer, guys. So let's go for this one. And for the voice, okay, so I think I'm going to go for type 2. Since I feel like it matches his personality very nicely, because this guy is very mischievous and like a very sort of overconfident character, which does go against him a lot of the time. Probably he could be on borderline edgelord, but I don't think he's quite as much as an edgelord as Shadow. Okay, so I think I'm going to go for type 5. I think that's a pretty cool pose for Fang, and all of the creation for this character is done. Now we just have to go through the fitting room, which is going to be the challenge of this character. And from the image that I'm looking at, he is wearing a dark brown hat, and it has like a stripe around the middle of it, a little bit like a fedora. Actually, it's very much like this. The only unfortunate thing about it is that his ears aren't poking through the hat, so I'm going to be sticking with that. So for this guy, he actually has orange looking glove, or even brown, whichever one you want to go for. I might actually go for like a brown glove, maybe to match with the hat. I think these gloves work quite well, but it's not really the orange color that I want. Right, I think what I'm going to do now is find a suitable footwear for him, and I believe he's wearing like boots. I think they're almost like cowboy boots in a way, and they're white and orange, or like a dark brown. Okay, I think what I'm going to do for now is choose these types of footwear, and if I find anything like for a bodysuit or whatever that I could add to him, I could always do that. And now I'm going to be putting a belt around his waist, so let's see if we can find one of those. Okay, this one works really well, so I might be going for that belt, but I'm gonna have a quick flick through, see if there's anything that may be better than what I've already chosen. Okay, I think I'm going to stick with this belt. I'm happy with this one the most, I think. I think what I'm going to do is revisit the gloves and see if I can find something a bit different, maybe like a dark brown color instead. Okay, I think I'll stick with these gloves, and I noticed that they're matching the footwear that I saw earlier on, so I'll just see how it works now. It's not actually that bad if you compare it. Okay guys, so I have finished the actual outfit for this character. So now I'm going to be deciding on the Wispon, and I've kind of already figured out what I wanted to give this character, and that is going to be, when I find it, the Asteroid Wispon, because I feel like it works very well with the weapon that he has in Sonic the Fighters, which is of course like his little pop gun. Okay, so I think I'm going to be going for this Wispon, and this lets you stop on a dime regardless of speed. and it gives you a burst of speed after landing and makes wire attacks faster. I feel like this works very well with the character. Since he's a very stealthy character, I feel like it works very well for him. And yeah, that is going to be the final creation for this character. And now let's move on to the next. So the next character we are going to be making is called Fang the Dynamite. So we're going to be, of course, choosing male, and he is a bird. So the part that's going to be tricky with this actual creation is I don't want to make him too similar to the character known as Jet the Hawk from Sonic Riders. If you guys have been checking out that playthrough, you'll know. Okay, I'm going to try something a little bit different. I'm going to start with the type 1 head shape, and you'll see what I mean when I actually go into like fitting room side of things. So I'm just looking at some of the artwork from Archie Comics, and I kind of feel like this style works a bit more with type 1, so I think I'll stick with that. And according to his wiki, his eyes are black, so I'm going to stick with those. And for the beak color, of course, it is yellow. And I think that is the right type of yellow that I want. Yeah, looking at the colors, I think the yellow works a lot more, so I'm going to stick with that one. So for the body color, he has a greenish color. I could also go for like quite a dark green if I want to. I think I'll stick with this green. I think it works very well, the design. So for the voice, yeah, okay. Right, so I'm going to give him type 1. Okay, I'm going to give him type 1 because I've already used type 2 for Fang. I think it works well for his character as well, since he's like very hyperactive and full of energy. I think it works very nicely. Okay, so I was just looking back at the details of Bean, and I saw the Archie Comics wiki for this character, and it said that he has blue eyes. So because I already gave Fang black eyes, I think I'm going to give Bean blue eyes instead. I think it works a lot nicer as well. And I think for the victory pose, I'm just going to keep it the same as I did before with type 3. Right, so we can move on now to the fitting room where we can put on his accessories. So for the actual hairstyle, I'm hoping that there's one here that will actually work for this character. Something like this, but that's not really the color that I want, to be honest. Okay guys, so I'm just going to try something out. I've made a replica of this character just with a different head shape, and I'm going to see what it looks like with this on top, if it doesn't look too odd. I mean, it kind of works, but it is very strange if you look at it. So I may just go for the mohawk look. However, it does look very similar to Jet. But to be honest, I think I will actually stick with this one because it works more with this character. Alright, so moving on, I don't think we need anything for our headgear. So what we do need though is something for the body, because if you actually look at the images, he has like a red bandana. What are they called? Oh, like a neckerchief or something. That's what it said on the wiki. If I can find it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that one works really well because it does look similar to the one that he wears in the game and stuff like that. Alright, so moving on to the gloves, he wears a standard white glove, so I think those ones might be okay unless there's some better ones. Okay, I actually think they're fine on their own. So now moving on to the footwear, he has red sneakers with a white strap on them. Okay, I think I'm going to stick with these shoes instead, and I think that's going to be it for this character for the fitting room stuff. So now let's go ahead and choose the wisp on, and for this character I've decided to give him the burst wisp on since he throws like bombs and stuff, and I thought fire would emulate that quite well. Okay, so I think I'm going to give him this wisp on, which has increased grinding speed, grants invincibility for a short time after collecting 100 rings, and awards rings for reaching a checkpoint. Jeez, nearly messed up my words there. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed this character creation of Fang the Dynamite. I think it works fairly well, and everything about the outfit is fairly accurate. I think it's worked quite well apart from like the yellow part of his legs. But hey ho, it's still pretty cool. And now moving on to the final character of this video. So last but not least, we have Bark the polar bear. So of course we're going to be choosing the bear species for this character, and for the head shape I'm not quite sure what I could go for really. Alright, so from what I can see, he has fairly dark pink skin really. That one works quite well, so I could go for that. Like, these colors aren't really right because it's not the pink that I want, so I'm not really going to go for like those really. But I do want more of a pinkish color, and I think that one works very well for it, because it's sort of like near a peach or something like that. So I think I'll go for this skin color. And now for the eyes. Sort of same as the other characters where it splits in the middle. Oh wow, he looks very mad there. I think that works for him, to be fair. And it's saying on the wiki, on the Archie Comics wiki, that he has red eyes. So I think I'm going to go for those. I'm probably going to go for the quite bold red eyes, I think. Like these ones, they work really nicely. So for the skin, of course the fur even. He has yellow skin. He has yellow fur. That one is quite out there. But it is sort of the colour that I want, but this one works quite well too. Actually, this one's actually really nice. The sort of lighter toned yellow, that works quite nicely. I do like that. Okay, I think I'm going to go for this body colour and for the voice. You guys already know which one I'm going for, which is of course going to be type 3. And now I think for the victory pose, I think it's only right that I do this one. And hopefully for the outfit that I'm giving him, it will work. So I think that looks great. And now moving on to the fitting room. He does, of course, have a nice little beanie on the top. So I'm going to see if I can find a red one. Oh, he could be like Santa Claus. That could work. I actually think that works quite well for the character. It's kind of cute since, you know, he's a polar bear and whatnot. So I think I will stick with that one. So for the gloves, as you can tell, he is not wearing any kind of like normal gloves. He is, of course, wearing boxing gloves. I mean, it would be quite weird if he wasn't. These are actually like near exact the same. They work really well. But for some of the pictures, it has like a white color on where the fist is, like there. But that works very well. I think I will stick with that. So for the footwear, he has orange and brown boots with a streak of red on them. So let's see if we can find ones that are similar. Now that I think about these, they're actually quite good because it has the lace on them as well. So I'm going to go for these shoes because I feel like they match the gloves more than the other ones do. Of course, you know, because of the color and whatnot. Like even the red ones work quite nicely, but I think I'll stick with the black ones. Okay, so the final part of this outfit is the scarf that he's wearing, which is a nice sort of like dark green. So I think there is a scarf that works very well for him that I saw before, which I believe was this one, because it has the same sort of shape, not the exact colour, but it works very nicely. Actually, this one looks a lot nicer now that I look at that. I think I may actually change my mind and go for this. Okay, I think I'm actually going to go for this scarf now that I've compared them. I really like it. Okay, so I have finished up with Bark and I'm very happy with this outfit, so I'll leave it at that. So for the wisp one, I was thinking of giving him the drill one. So let's see which one of these works well for him. Okay guys, so I think I'm going to go for this wisp on, which awards rings for defeating enemies, grants invincibility for a short time after collecting even 100 rings, awards bonus points when you collect a chain of rings, so that could be very good. So I believe that is it for this character, which is Bark. So guys, I really hope that you have enjoyed these creations that I did in this video. Please let me know what your thoughts are on the characters that I have made, and also if you guys have any tips or if there's any improvements that you would do, please let me know in the comments down below. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button because every single subscription helps. Hit the notification bell if you want to stay up to date on all of my uploads on my channel. So guys, thank you so much for joining me in this video. I hope you all have a fantastic day and I will see you in the next video of whatever I make next. Until then guys, see ya!